to my YouTube channel. My name is Erin and I'm a writer. Today's video is going to be all about NaNoWriMo. For starters, for those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is a nonprofit organization that encourages writers to get together and write towards a goal of finishing a novel. In November, the goal is usually 50,000 words, and in April and July, you get to choose your goal and set it yourself and strive for that goal. So this is Camp NaNoWriMo, and I'm going to be doing the NaNoWriMo tag by Kristina Homer. My bad, it was Kristina Homer. I didn't initially plan to do tags back to back, but I remember that there was a NaNoWriMo tag, and I was like, "Hey, it's NaNoWriMo, Camp NaNoWriMo, so let's get into it." And yeah, so sorry, I'm doing the yapping again. It's gonna be a continuation thing that goes on this channel apparently. Anyways, question number one is, how many times have you done NaNoWriMo? And I actually just looked it up, and I've done it 13 times. And the first time was in 2016 during April. The second question is, how did you first find out about NaNoWriMo? I actually first found out about it through my sister. I'm pretty sure she was doing it, and I started halfway through the month and got 10,000 words in, and it was very nice and fun. I think that was actually, I think that means I've done it 14 times because I don't think that was on my, that's not on my NaNoWriMo profile because I'm pretty sure I started in that November, but, it started in April, so I'm not really sure. I don't think I had made an account at that point. Question number 3. What was the first novel you attempted, or what was the name of the first novel you attempted with Nano? So I'm pretty sure my first project, the one I was talking about that was in November, that's not on the website, was called The Unknown Project. But the one that I know is not very original, I didn't have a name for it. I wasn't good at names back then, and I'm still not the best at names, although I do try to name all my projects now, so the names are always subject to change at any point. But the first one that's on the website is April 2016 Camp NaNo started stories and short stories. So apparently I was writing short stories back then. Question number 4. Give us a one-sentence summary of what you're writing this year. The apocalypse meets magical world ruled by gods hidden in the dark. Yes, I feel like that's a good one sentence summary of what I'm writing. Question number 5. What's the best writing advice you've ever been given? And I feel like the best writing advice I've ever given is just to write. Just to keep writing. To, get the words out there and to not worry about, editing and, 'cause, I talked about this, I think, before, but, I want to be an editor. So, it's really, really hard for me to not want to go ahead and start editing, while I'm writing. So I feel like the biggest thing is to just get the words out there and to finish the first draft and then you go back and edit and start revising it as much as you need. And yeah, so I feel like that's the best advice for me or for anyone really. Question number 6. Did you ever take a year off from Nano? Why? I have. I during that 13 years, there's multiple gaps in between them, and a lot of the times it was because of my mental health. Especially last year, I was doing college, and I ended up in the hospital, and it was just a whole mess. And I was trying to do NaNoWriMo while I was in the hospital, and it was super stressful. But I was still trying because I really wanted to write, and I needed something to keep me going. But it was really hard when I was also trying to take care of my mental health. And when I was not feeling joy for anything I liked doing anymore because my depression was so bad. But yeah, so a lot of times me taking time off for Nano was my mental health. Question 7. What's your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write? And honestly, I like Pinterest and reading other like my favorite authors' books like over again because I feel like if I'm reading like their work over again, it's like reminds me why I love writing, why I love reading, why I love books and words and all of that. And I feel like that's like a really awesome feeling to just get back into them. Obviously, you can't like go and like get like the first time like, read the book, like you can't get that feeling back, but you can like feel like nostalgia and all that. And I want to have that feeling for other readers someday. Um, and then Pinterest because like there's so many things on there. You can like make your own boards. You can like make your own playlist. Which I do on YouTube. I make my playlist for my books. Like every book I've ever written, like in recent years, has a playlist. So I'm really excited about like making like things for my book and like getting like into like different worlds and stuff. Okay, and question 8 is read us the first sentence from one of your novels. I'm going to do the one that I'm writing for NaNoWriMo this month. And it is, I stood on the railing of the bridge and looked down at the water that rushed underneath it. It's not the best first sentence, but I like it because I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it's like such like a scene, kind of. Yeah. Question 9. This is my favorite of all the questions. Why do you love writing? I love writing because it makes me feel whole. It makes me feel like I can be myself and like I can be in a part of any world I want. It makes me feel like I can just expand my horizons. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just love the feeling of writing. And I love like being so absorbed in writing a book that you like lose track of time. I like, I don't know. I just really love writing. It's like my favorite thing to do. It's like the only thing that makes me feel like myself. And it's like the only thing that's stuck with me out of the years that like no matter how bad my depression's gotten, no matter how bad my mental health has gotten, like I've still loved writing. Like writing's like my coping skill. It's my lifeline. It's everything to me. So yeah. And that is it for the NaNoWriMo tag. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you're interested in Camp NaNoWriMo, please feel free to do this tag. And I will look forward and let me know if you do it because I would love to watch them and see your own response to the questions. Thank you all so much for watching again and see you all next time. Bye.